Okay, so once I have my slab, you just pretend this is a bigger piece of clay, okay? And I have my template. I'm going to cut out how many pieces for a cube?
6.
Not 4, 6. Think of a dice. That's an easy way to remember. There are 6 sides. So I'm going to lay this down on the clay. Now I could just freehand this cut with the needle tool. Or I could use a ruler, okay?
I like that.
Very high tech. So I will set this along that edge. Okay, cut that. Then I'm going to use the same edge I had already cut before. You're pretending that I'm getting all 6 out of this piece because I already have some cut. It's like a cooking show. I already have some pre-prepared things.
I need you to cut out all 6. I don't really have a big imagination.
Okay, so using the ruler.
No, I feel like I gave up.
Okay, so I've got all 6 of my pieces. Now, I was telling you this before, that you don't want to put these together until they're what?
Leather hard.
Leather hard. But you do want to put texture in them when they are what? Soft, yes. So while my slabs are soft, after I've cut them, that's when I put in the texture. So put down that step, write it down. This is a Lego. Okay, and I'm going to use this to create a texture. You can do whatever. You can decide. I'm not requiring that you cover the whole thing with texture. That is going to be your artistic decision. I know. Now, I need my slabs to become what before I put them together? Leather hard. Okay, the way you're going to do this, this is a technique that will allow you to get the slabs all to the same level of leather hardness, and it will keep them flat while they dry to that point. You're going to stack your pieces between newspaper. I would say about 8 to 10 sheets, layers of newspaper between each slab. Write that down. About 8 to 10 sheets of paper between each slab. This is 2 layers, so I'm going to tear that in half and then fold it. So I've got 8. Okay? 8 layers.
So 8 to 10 sheets between each slab.
Okay, so I'll put one of those underneath my bottom slab. Put that one on there. Put another 8 layers.
There it is.
Okay, then put my next slab. So why do you think it's good that I'm stacking these up on top of each other?
Weight.
Why is the weight good?
So it keeps it flat.
Keeps it flat. This, I've already got some others stacked up here from before. So I'm going to take these out, and they're nice and leather hard.
There it is.
There, that one has got some texture in it. Okay, so this is next day after these are leather hard. You got that step right with the newspaper? Did you all write that down? Helping you take good notes here. You're going to take all of these slabs and you are going to flip them face down, meaning the part that you want to face out needs to be down against the table. Okay, so I'm going to flip that one over. These don't have texture on them, so I'm not going to worry, unless one side looks a lot better than the other. And then I'm going to bevel cut all 4 sides of all of my pieces. The reason we cut these angles on all the pieces is to make them cut each side at a 45-degree angle, and they meet up to a right angle perfectly. Okay, so on this tool, you've been seeing these in your bins and probably wondering what they are.
Yeah, they're kind of confusing.
This cuts at a 45-degree angle. This one's a 60-degree angle. So for anything rectangular or square, I want to use this 45-degree angle. What would I want a 60 for?
Triangle.
Triangles. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to hold this tool. Hopefully you can see this. I'm holding this flat right up against the clay. And then I'm going to hold the clay still, but I'm going to run this along the edge.
Wow.
Okay, cuts off that little piece. I'm going to do this all the way around.
Why can't we use that later? Like, why didn't you show us that before?
If you look now at these 2 pieces, how they will line up and create a right angle. Okay, I've tried to angle this so you can see it. Yeah? So you'll do that all the way around. I want to score and slip, and notice that these score lines are kind of going up onto the flat part too, and there's a reason that I want to do that. Okay, so write down this step. So I kind of am scoring across that ledge, I guess you could call it. Can you even tell? I guess you can't see that. Okay. Then I'm going to get a little slip. Okay, and I'm going to take these. And line that up. And remember, when you score and slip, pressure is an important step there. So I make sure I apply pressure. If you something that is a good idea sometimes to apply pressure to something that you want to stay straight is use something like a ruler that's nice and flat. And you can use that to press against the back, and it will apply the pressure more evenly. Then you don't make like weird finger marks in it. Okay. And if you look on the outside, it creates a nice edge that you can just basically smooth out. Okay? Okay, any questions so far? All right, the next step you have to do on every single place that you do a join is you are going to add a coil into that seam. Okay, so I'm going to take a chunk of my scrap clay over here. And roll this out. Doesn't have to be a super thick coil. This is fine. I mean, that's a good average size. I'm going to place that into the corner. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Place that into the corner, and then I'm going to hold my hand or a ruler or something on the outside, and I'm going to really press this coil into the corner. If I don't press right here, what do you think I could potentially trap behind the coil?
Air.
So I want to make sure I kind of squeeze out all that air. Then I'm just going to tear that coil off, and I can use this for my next join. Okay, and then I like to use a tool. You can use just your fingers to blend this. I like to use these wooden modeling tools. It's up to you. Okay, I'm going to blend. I don't know why I'm trying to do that left-handed. That's not, I'm not left-handed. I'm going to blend half of this coil down into the bottom piece. And then I'm going to lift this up so I've got support on the back. And and blend the other part. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can see where the blend marks are, and then I can just smooth that out after, or just use my hand.